best ice cream so far. I've made many different recipes for different type of ice creams, and this one, I think it's one of the best. Prior to making this video, I looked up some recipes up for the creamy ice cream, and a lot of people use just plain milk, either plant-based or regular milk, and different type of ingredients. There's a lot of protein powders used. I just don't want to do that. I want to have it as wholesome as possible and as simple ingredients as possible. But a lot of videos were swearing that the pudding that you buy, like a Jello pudding, just is a complete game changer. It makes a difference in the texture as well as flavor. I do not want to use the store-bought pudding because most of the ingredients on the box I cannot really pronounce, so cannot be that wholesome. But I can make my own pudding with real wholesome ingredients. And I will need just 4 of them. There is a time and place for ultra-processed food with some secret ingredients, and it's really hard to escape in today's world. And to be honest, I don't necessarily want that. But for everyday recipes, some guilt-free desserts that I want to enjoy every single day and feel good about it, I prefer to use simple ingredients. The process is simple. Here is my base. 1 whole egg, 1/3 cup of sweetener, that's about 65 grams or so. 1 to 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. I use usually 1. It's enough for me, but if you want to like a little bit thicker texture, go ahead, use 2 tablespoons. Alternatively, you can use, if you don't want to use cornstarch, you can use 2 eggs. It will also make that custard creamy. 12 ounces of 2% milk. You can substitute with any milk that you like. In my case, I like to use 2% milk. And now you have 2 options at the end. You can either use yogurt or cottage cheese, and on that later when we get through the recipe. So start with heating up the milk in a saucepan on a medium heat. Do not bring it to boil. Just scalded milk will do. While the milk is heating up, crack 1 egg into a bowl. Add the monk fruit sweetener or any sweetener you like. And you can also add vanilla extract. And whisk it all well. Add cornstarch and whisk again until all is dissolved. When milk gets hot, add it to the mixture slowly at first and whisk. Constantly whisk so it doesn't curdle. Keep on adding the hot milk into the egg slowly while whisking. Return the mixture to the pot and slowly heat it up while stirring. The custard will be slowly thickening up. Once it thickens, make sure it bubbles slightly. That indicates to me it is cooked. Set it aside for cooling. When the custard cools completely, add yogurt or cottage cheese. So I would either use full fat 5% Greek yogurt or low fat, like maybe 2%, 1% cottage cheese. Which one was better? You gotta decide on your own. I prefer the cottage cheese because it doesn't give me almost like any flavor. I don't taste the cottage cheese at all. With yogurt, I'll taste some yogurt flavor at the end. So it's up to you. I will also add additional sweeteners. I have here caramel flavor, but you can use whatever you like. About 30 grams, which is 2 tablespoons, but that's up to you. If you feel like this sweetness without that additional sweetener is enough for you, that's perfectly fine. But I noticed that when you freeze anything pretty much, it just needs extra sweetness. So if you taste it right now and you say, it's sweet enough, well, it might not be sweet enough once it freezes. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to use immersion blender just to blend it all. And I have a little whisk here. It is important to scrape everything from the bottom to the side of the pan because custard, when it dries or cools, is going to dry a little bit and leave some residue on the sides and bottom of the pan or pot. You want to make sure that you scrape it so you, once you start dividing it, you don't put everything and then all of a sudden you have all this thick parts of the custard. Not too cool. And process it all over again until all is smooth. Divide into 2 Ninja pints. They will not be full. I do it on purpose because I cannot eat all that in one sitting. Imagine that. That proves how great this recipe is. A store-bought ice cream, I can eat a half a gallon literally in my sitting, and a pint of Haagen-Dazs that's 1,000 calories each, I can sit down, probably eat it within 10 minutes. And I can eat even more after that. This just proves how homemade ice cream with adding a little bit extra protein and a lot of volume to it on low calorie can actually fill you up and you feel satisfied on way less calories. So once you divided it, put it in the freezer for 12 to 24 hours. I noticed it doesn't require all 24 hours, probably 12 is okay, but what I usually do is I prepare the custard, cool it, and prepare it a night before, and the next day, probably around noon or so, afternoon, I have my ice cream ready. That's how I usually go with it. After 12 to 24 hours in the freezer, take the pint out and run it under water, warm water, for about a minute. This little step makes a huge difference in the final texture. Stick around because I'll show you what happens if you skip it and how to fix it if you do. Let's get the creamy ready. Remove the lid. Place your frozen pint inside. Attach the blade to the outer bowl lid. And lock everything into the machine. Now we are ready for the fun part. Since this recipe is much lower in fat than traditional ice cream, I actually prefer using the sorbet setting. For this base, it gives me the smoothest, creamiest texture. The machine will work its way all the way down and then back up. And that's your first spin done. Now for my favorite part, the mix-ins. I love adding a little crunch. Today I'm using a high protein cereal. A full serving is 170 calories, but I only use about a quarter to a third of that. So you can get plenty of texture without adding many calories. Honestly, almost anything crunchy works here. I've even used cinnamon pita chips before, and they were surprisingly delicious. Just make a little well in the center, pour them in, and let the mixing cycle do the rest. And here it is. Look at that texture. Thick, creamy, and it scoops just like premium ice cream. Let's see if it tastes as good as it looks. Wow, that's incredibly creamy. The sweetness is just right. The cereal adds the perfect crunch. And here's the best part, you can't taste the cottage cheese at all. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about the cottage cheese ice cream, and I think it's because many recipes use cottage cheese as the entire base. By combining it with a homemade custard first, you get all the extra protein without sacrificing that rich, classic ice cream texture. Now, let me show you what happens if you don't let the pint warm up enough. See how dry and powdery that looks? It's more like shaved ice than ice cream. Luckily, it's an easy fix. Just put it back in the machine and hit a respin. If it still isn't perfectly creamy, run another respin. That's exactly what it's there for. And just like that, we're back to smooth, creamy texture. If you enjoy healthier recipes that don't taste like diet food, you're in the right place. I test every recipe until it's something I'll happily make again. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.